to the next video in this series on how to create short video on social media. Today we're going to be looking at how you can create a short video on TikTok. So the best way for me to show you is to jump straight into your phone. The first thing you need to make sure you have is on your phone, have TikTok, and make sure that you have the most updated version so that you get all of the snazzy little things that you can do in TikTok. Okay, so let's just jump straight into my phone. Okay, so you'll just need to go to your TikTok account and open it up.
The reverse.
Go to your home page. Now, in order for you to record a video, you just need to press the plus button at the bottom. Okay, so when you're here, you have the option of a text update, a photo, 15 seconds, 60 seconds, or 10 minutes. I would suggest just doing 10 minutes because we're recording inside the app this time. And because we're recording inside the app, we want to make sure that we have enough time in case we make a mistake because we can edit that out later. So the next thing is to set a timer so that you can get yourself ready. So up here on the right, there is this timer option, and you can set between a 3-second delay and a 10-second delay for you to go. Make sure that you don't move this little red thing. If you move that, it actually stops recording where that red thing is. So keep that right over to the side as well. Then we won't have any scary mistakes. Now you must have your script ready. So perhaps you've got a script already written, and that's great. So what you do is then you just record your video. Now you can record it in lots of different takes. You can start and stop, and I'm going to show you that. So do 3-second countdown and click the start button. I'm going to ask you a quiz, and I'd love for you to put the comments. So if you make a mistake like I just did, just click the cross and go back and discard. And go back to the beginning and again reset the timer to 3 seconds and then go ahead and carry on. Here's another heart-healthy quiz for you. Which of these is highest in soluble fibre? Now I'm going to press the stop button just to show you that we can restart and stop as we go along. So what you can do now is you can just press the button and start talking, or again, set the timer to 3 seconds and carry on with your message. So I've actually stopped the timer again, and then I'm going to start the timer and finish off my video. Let me know your answer in the comments. Let me know your answer in the comments here. And don't forget, if you want to learn more about heart-healthy foods and nutrition, then smash that follow button as well. So there, I did actually make a mistake, but I left it because I'm going to show you how to trim that out. Now, all we have to do is click the tick button.
Here's another heart-healthy quiz for you.
And go
straight
into this button here on the top right. Now, going into that button on the top right means that you go into like the edit area, and this is where we do all of the editing. So what you can do is you go through each section. So remember when we press the start and stop button, what we have separate clips. You can see each of the clips are divided up. When you click on them, you can work on each individual clip if you want to. That's why it's so good in a way to record inside the app, because you can edit whilst you're going. So let's just play it back and I'll show you how to trim.
Here's another heart-healthy.
So you can trim the beginning off if you want by clicking the area that you want and just dragging the little symbol along and then checking.
Here's another heart-healthy quiz for you. Which of these is highest in soluble fibre?
So I've got quite a gap between the end of when I spoke and the next bit. So in order to just cut that, you see at the bottom it says split. So just go ahead and click split and it will cut it for you. And then all you have to do is click delete and it will remove that section. So now we have a very fine-tuned first section.
Here's another heart-healthy quiz for you. Which of these is highest in soluble fibre? Is it?
So now we move on to the next section.
Is it A, white rice? Is it B, chicken? Is it C, oats? Or is it D, cheese?
So again, instead of getting me turning it off, I'm just going to stop it there. Split and delete. Now at the beginning, just decide whether I can trim it a bit. So I would say leave it, but if you wanted to, you could trim it just by like 2.2 of a second and see.
Is it?
One trick is to use your 2 thumbs and go either side of the block and stretch it. So if I just put my thumbs on it, I can actually stretch it out. And what that does is you can see I'm stretching the video. What it does is it basically opens up the piece of video so that when you cut, you can trim it more finely. So look, I'll show you. See, I'm not talking for the first sort of like 0.2 seconds. I know this is very particular, but just see. So I could actually, as I'm looking at my mouth, maybe cut it there and trim that bit off. And let's just see.
Is it A?
Okay, so let's go to the next section first before I show you what else to do. So I'm just going to pull that. You see, I can pull it as well as trim it.
Let me know. Let me know your answer.
Oh, I went too far then, so just trim it back a bit.
Let me know your answer in the comments.
And if you want to hear it from the beginning.
Let me know your answer in the comments.
So I made a mistake there. So I'm going to just click on the piece, split it and delete the mistake that I made and start again.
Let me
trim it.
Let me know your answer in the comments here.
So I've got the end there that I can just trim off. So split and delete. Now, in order for it to be universally accepted for everybody, and on the mobile, most people watch videos, but they don't listen. So you want the captions. So in order to put the captions on, we go back to the beginning. And along the bottom, whoops, we can scroll to the right and it says captions. Click captions and it will automatically detect the language and write the captions for you. So here you can see that it's done the captions. So what you can do now is you can go through and make sure there's no spelling mistakes. And also, if you have a brand color or a particular style of captions that you like, you can go down the bottom here where it says style and change that up to one of the other ones on option if you want to. So say like if I wanted to change it to that one, I could. Or for me, I like to go in the custom and I like to go to where there's like this nice green typewriter one. And I choose that.
Which of these is highest?
And it's actually changed all of my captions. So just close everything down and you can scroll through and see what it looks like as well. Now, if the captions are in the way of your face, then you can just click on any caption and just move it up a little bit or move it down or bring it to the top, wherever you want it, you can place the captions. Then once you're happy with that, all the captions are done. That basically gives you that area. Now I want to do something else on here because I'm giving them a multiple choice in this section here. I want to actually add some text in as well. So along here,
is it A?
I'm going to add in the word white rice. So what I do is at the beginning, I click down on the left to take off what was going on at the moment. And then I come across to the text option and I write in this area what my option is. So I'm going to do I'm going to put in white rice. And then if you want it to pop, you can click on this button in the middle and it will give you some options along here for different types of writing. So say like if I went for this green one to match my captions, I can do that. If I wanted it to move, I can go along to the right-hand side and choose this one where it gives me some different options for it. So maybe I might want to try this one. And then I click OK. Now, because I want this to run all the way to the end so that they know what choice to take, I'm going to just bring my two fingers again and make the whole thing smaller so I can see the end of the video. So I'm going to make it smaller so I can actually see how much I'm working on. And I'm just going to grab this and I'm going to take it right to the end of the video. Now, I just carry on doing this, repeating the question. So what happens now is I'm going to just press play.
Is it A, white rice?
Now I'm going to press the copy button and I'm going to drag this banner across to where I started talking about B. Press again and I'm going to go edit. And now I can change the option to B and I can change the option of the food, which was chicken. Now there's a problem because it's gone on top of the other one. As you can see, just click tick for everything. It's on top. So what I need to do is I need to move my cursor over and then I need to just drag this down and move it over so that I've got the option next to the other option. And you just repeat this for all the options that you're doing. And if you want to choose the option to move, make sure you click on it in your editing area and that will highlight the bit that you can do. Now you can see that it's probably actually encroached on my captions.
Know your answer in the...
So what we need to do is just come up to the caption option, click on the caption and just pull that down a little bit so that it's not in the way. And also when you pull it down, you can see where the writing of the app is. So you can just position it in the middle and then just scroll back to just make sure that that is all in the right place. Make sure also that everything is sitting the same. So make sure everything goes to the end so that all of the options are showing at the end. That's just a little bit of fine tuning that you have to do. If you want to check the end, make the timeline bigger again by stretching it out, and you can see that then everything finishes at the end. And then all you've got to do is click the red go button, and it's going to sit it where you can write your description. Now, if you want a title on the front of your grid, you click edit cover and you write down what you want to do. So I always use the standard one, and I'm going to just put in here. So once you've done that, click done. You can make that bigger or smaller by just using your fingers, stretching it up and down, and click save. And then all you've got to do then is write in your caption. Now, I would suggest putting in some hashtags to make it more discoverable. So finish off doing all of your captions and everything. And then once you're happy, you can put your location. So I'm going to put that I'm in London. And if you want to, you can save it as a draft by clicking the draft button. And you can see that it sits in the draft area with all my others. If you want to post it, all you have to do is click on the draft that you want to post, go through the steps and click the post button. I'm not going to post it at the moment because I'm going to post it later, but all you do is click the post button, and then what it will do is it will show up in your timeline, and there'll be a bar going along that says loading. Wait for that to load, and then your video will show up inside of your TikTok account, the same as everyone else's, and with all of those different hashtags and the content in words with those keywords is going to be discovered and shared out by TikTok. My name is Anita One. I hope you enjoyed that video tutorial on how to create a video in TikTok. If you have any questions about doing that, leave them in the comments below. Don't forget that if you want to learn more about using short and long video on social media and TikTok, Facebook, Instagram and YouTube and LinkedIn, then do smash that subscribe button. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.